Welcome to the Appendix, where we read primary sources of the past so that you can better understand the present. Today's primary source: the Charter and Freedoms and Exemptions of Patroons, June 7th, 1629. This charter of privileges to the patroons established the patroon system of land tenure in New Netherland and New York. Under this charter, a few patroons secured control of most of the land along the Hudson River. Some of the land grants, such as those to Kilian van Rensselaer, were enormous. 3. All such shall be acknowledged patroons of New Netherlands, who shall within the space of 4 years next after they have given notice to any of the chambers of the company here, or to the commander or council there, undertake to plant a colony there of 50 souls, upward of 15 years old, 1/4 part within 1 year, within 3 years after the sending of the first, making together 4 years, the remainder, to the full number of 50 persons. But it is to be observed that the company reserve the island of the Manhattans to themselves. 4. They shall, from the time they make known the situation of the places where they propose to settle colonies, have the preference to all others of the absolute property of such lands as they have there chosen. But in case the situation should not afterwards please them, or they should have been mistaken as to the quality of the land, they may, after remonstrating concerning the same to the commander and council there, be at liberty to choose another place. 5. The patroons, by virtue of their power, shall and may be permitted at such places as they shall settle their colonies to extend their limit 4 leagues along the shore, that is, on one side of a navigable river, or 2 leagues on each side over a river, and so far into the country as the situation of the occupiers will permit, provided and conditioned that the company keep to themselves the lands lying remaining between the limits of the colonies to dispose thereof, when and at such time as they shall think proper, in such manner that no person shall be allowed to come within 7 or 8 leagues of them without their consent, unless the situation of the land thereabout be such that the commander and council, for good reasons, should order otherwise. 6. They shall forever possess and enjoy all the lands lying within the aforesaid limits, together with the fruits, rights, minerals, rivers, and fountains thereof, as also the chief command and lower jurisdictions, fishing, fowling, and grinding, to the exclusion of all others, to be holden from the company as a perpetual inheritance, without it ever developing again to the company, and in case it should devolve, to be redeemed and repossessed with 20 guilders per colony, to be paid to this company at the chamber here, or to their commander there, within a year and 6 weeks of the same occurs, each at the chamber where he originally sailed from, and further, no person or persons whatsoever shall be privileged to fish and hunt but the patroons of such as they shall permit. And in case any one should in time proper so much as to found 1 or more cities, he shall have power and authority to establish officers and magistrates there, and to make use of the title of his colony according to his pleasure and to the quality of the persons. 10. The patrons and colonists shall be privileged to send their people and effects thither in shipping belonging to the company, provided that they take the oath and pay to the company for bringing over the people, as mentioned in the first article. 12. Inasmuch as it is intended to people the island of Manhattan first, all fruits and wares that are produced on the lands situated on the North River and lying thereabout shall for the present be brought there before sending elsewhere. 13. All the patrons of colonies in New Netherland and colonies on the island of Manhattanites shall be at liberty to sell and traffic all along the coast, from Florida to Tenerife, provided that they do again return with all such goods as they shall get in trade to the island Manhattites, and pay, provided that they do again return with all such goods as they shall get in trade to the island of Manhattanites, and pay 5% duty to the company, in order, if possible, that after the necessary inventory of the good ship be taken, the same may be sent hither. 15. It shall be also free for the aforesaid patroons to traffic and trade all along the coast of New Netherland, and place circumjacent with such goods as are consumed there, and receive in return for them all sorts of merchandise that may be had there, except beavers, otters, minks, and all sorts of peltry, which trade the company reserve to themselves. But the same shall be permitted at such places where the company have no factories, condition that such traders shall be obliged to bring all the peltry they can produce to the island Manhattantes, in case it may be, at any rate, practicable, and there deliver to the director, to be by him shipped hither with the ships and goods, or, if they should come here without going there, then to give notice thereof of the company, that a proper account thereof may be taken, in order that they may pay to the company 1 guilder for each merchandisable beaver and otter skin. The property, risk, and all other charges remaining on account of patroon or owners. 16. All coarse wares that the colonists of the patroons there shall consume, such as pitch, tar, wheat ash, wood, grain, fish, salt, hearthstone, and such like things shall be conveyed in the company's ship, at the rate of 18 guilders per last. 18. The company promises the colonists of the patroons that they shall be free from customs, taxes, excise, imposts, or any other combination for the space of 10 years, and after the expiration of the said 10 years, at the highest such customs as the goods pay here for the present. 20. From all judgments given by the courts of the patroons for upwards of 50 guilders, there may be an appeal to the company's commander and council in New Netherland. 21. In regard to such private persons as on their own account shall be inclined to go hither and settle, they shall, with the approbation of the director and council there, be at liberty to take up and take possession of as much land as they shall be able to properly to impose. 23. Whosoever, whether colonists of patroons for their patroons, or free persons for themselves, or others for their masters, shall discover any shores, bays, or other fit places for erecting fisheries, or the making of salt ponds, they may take possession thereof, and begin to work on them as their own absolute property, to the exclusion of all others. And it is consented that the patroons of colonists may send ships along the coast of New Netherland on the cod fishery. 26. Whoever shall settle any colony out of the limits of the Manhattanese Island shall be obliged to satisfy the Indians for the land they shall settle upon, and they may extend or enlarge the limits of their colonies if they settle a proportionate number of colonists thereon. 27. The patroons and colonists shall in particular, and in the speediest manner, endeavor to find out ways and means whereby they may support a minister and schoolmaster, that thus the service of God and zeal for religion may not grow cold and be neglected among them, and they shall, for the first, procure a comforter of the sick there. 29. The colonists shall not be permitted to make any woolen, linen, or cotton cloth, nor weave any other stuffs there, on pain of being punished as perjurers, to be arbitrarily punished. 30. The company will use their endeavors to supply the colonists with as many blacks as they conveniently can, on the conditions hereafter to be made in such manner, however, that they shall not be bound to do it for a longer time than they shall think proper. 31. The company's promise to finish the fort on the island of the Manhattees and to put in a posture of defense without delay. Thank you for joining us for our primary source today on the appendix. We will see you in the stacks.